Comics Plus, what's going on? My name is Akasan. How y'all doing? Just standing by. We're streaming live on Twitch right now. But while we're waiting to get ready to do our usual weekly watch-alongs for the DC TV, we're going to be taking a look at Honest Trailers, the DCEU. This is going to be the 400th trailer. Right? Yeah, I guess 400th Honest Trailer of Honest Trailers. And hopefully it'll actually be good. I know a lot of you guys, every time I upload these videos recently, you guys have been like, man, they suck. You should move on to, I think it's called Pitch Meeting or something like that. And I'm not saying I will never do it, but the videos I've seen, the tone never has struck me as actually being funny. Like, it's very red letter media style, which is like this deadpan style, but like not funny feeling. It just keeps going on and on and on. So I don't know, maybe if you guys have a suggestion of what the best ones to react to, I'll try to give it a shot. But the ones I've seen were like, but I don't know if it necessarily is reactionable like that, if that makes sense. Solo reactionable. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what's up. Here we go. Honest Trailers. Let's go.
Is presented by Pagoda Egg Rolls.
Pagoda. All right. Number 400. Honest Trailers. It's
After
their best
Superman
stuff.
Lives died, Batman v Superman Asylum got locked away, and J.J. Abrams' Superman Flyby crashed down to Earth.
JJ script. That was bomb.
Warner Brothers just kind of snapped and said,
All right, you know what? F it. You want to launch a universe? How's this? Superman doesn't want to save people, Batman's a murderer, Wonder Woman's an incel, and Harley Quinn takes 3 movies to break up with Joker who looks like my coke dealer. You all happy now? You're all fired. I hate my job. I'm gonna go make SpongeBob.
Yo! They're not wrong. They're not
the DC
wrong.
Extended Universe.
Wow.
Welcome to the DCEU continuity. That, compared to Marvel's boring but reliable B-student, is a chaotic goth nerd who never lived up to his potential. Because Warner's does crap like change the title after a movie comes out, cancel films they've already announced, publicly fight their own stars, swap directors mid-production, and release oopsies cuts of their films to win back fans. In the sort of behind-the-scenes drama you get when the closest thing you have to a Feige is Donald Trump's Treasury Secretary.
Wow.
Sheesh, no wonder these guys hated Cyborg. Meet your typical DCEU protagonist, either a naive fish out of water, an angst-fueled warrior made of sadness, or a quippy jokester stuck with Joss Whedon's B material.
My special skills include Viola, web design, fluent in sign language.
They're way too powerful to worry about.
This is gonna make me depressed again, isn't it? Isn't it?
But when they're somehow threatened by an irritating little wimp,
Ooh, I love it.
Ow! Wow! Honka honka!
an army of faceless goons, or an angry lump of CGI, they'll harness the power of creatine to squeeze into a series of costumes so fetishized they should have their own OnlyFans.
Good point.
Silk-based quartz and fabric, abrasion resistant, heat resistant.
My brother, I applaud your choices today. It shouldn't work, but hot damn it does.
I don't
They
even
get
remember
through
that
part of the movie
Shazam.
where they lose their powers.
Wow.
I got the wind knocked out of me. Need a few seconds, that's all.
Murder someone.
You can't leave them like that!
And tease some kind of sequel, character, or spin-off that will never get followed up on.
Shouldn't we have a league of our own?
Oh snap, do you know who that is? That's the next director's problem. In a world dominated by Disney's Mickey Mouse Club, watch DC's effort to set themselves apart. Where Marvel wonders, what if the gods were just like us? DC answers, they're real, and they want nothing to do with you.
You used to want to save the world.
True.
I don't want to be king.
Yeah, here's the thing. I can't
Wow.
Superman was never real.
Wow. Oh.
Instead of adapting the best storylines of their best comics, they'll let the guys behind Blade Trinity and Rise of Skywalker take their best shot. And instead of quipping all the time,
that is America's ass.
Everyone talks like a 14-year-old trying to sound badass while they skim a wiki page.
This is Katana. She's got my back. She can cut all you in half with one sword stroke, just like mowing the lawn. I would advise not getting killed by her. Her sword traps the souls of its victims.
You know, if it's a choice between this and the quips, then I choose the Air Bud franchise. Experience a universe that rests on one amateur bodybuilder's shoulders. Zack Snyder, the inventor of the feature-length movie trailer. Because if trailers have all the coolest shots, then a 4-hour-long trailer would be nothing but awesome. I mean, right, bro? Watch as he reinvents DC's biggest icons by taking all the color out, literally and metaphorically. And whether or not you're on board with this super nihilism, cringe while the studio rips control of his films away, undermines the world he created, and ensures that every fan he made will reflexively hate anything they ever do. You know, I'd expect better from the people in charge of Harry Potter and Game of Thrones. Wait, no I wouldn't. Of course they screwed this up. So before the Flash movie resets the timeline, or gets canceled again, or the star gets canceled again, enjoy superhero movies for the thoughtful enraged troll inside all of us, where the only thing more dysfunctional than what's happening behind the camera is every DC hero's relationship with their parents.
I have to go back.
When I was a kid, my dad traded me for a 6-pack of beer.
Didn't think you were ready for them to see the monster.
You are not a monster.
It's weird that you thought I meant me.
Mom, it's me.
Wow. Oh my God, this stupid shit. Don't remind me.
I had no father. My mother sculpted me from clay and I was brought to life by Zeus.
Well, that's neat.
Starring MacGuffins.
The Codex is Krypton's future!
The lost trident of Atlan.
The God Killer?
He's after the change engine, his mother box.
We gotta cut her heart out!
A stone started all of this.
The rock was lost.
It's a rock.
Amazing actors given nothing to do.
Do you really think that...
Oh, wow, they really just vanish. That's rude.
Dumb voiceover.
Some days my childhood feels so very far away.
This one.
And others, I can almost see it.
Jules Verne once wrote, "Put two ships in the open sea without wind or tide. They will come together."
There were perfect things.
This one was
diamond absolutes.
I like this one.
The truest darkness is not the absence of light. It is the conviction that the light will never return.
Bad wigs.
What the? I don't even remember that first. Yeah, all of these were terrible. Oh my God. This one was alright.
The one human being keeping these heroes from becoming complete psychopaths. The director of Wonder Woman. Feud with Warner Brothers. The director of Birds of Prey.
Feud with Grace Randolph.
Warner Brothers. The director of Suicide Squad. Feud with Warner Brothers. The director of Aquaman. It's pretty chill with Warner Brothers, actually. And the director of 3 DCEU films. Feud with Warner Brothers.
All of it.
I'm sensing a pattern here.
All of it.
They should let Warner Brothers direct the movies. That way everything can be Space Jam 2. Crisis for Infinite Dorks. So many of these movies have a scene where the hero is learning to fly but can't quite get off the ground. What a perfect metaphor. Hey, Screen Junkies, in Batman's one-man quest to fight crime, how many horrible crimes does he commit himself? And does one of them violate the Geneva Convention? Yes. In a new video, we did the math on Batman's crimes harder than Oracle on tax day. Click the thumbnail on the right to watch it now. This episode is presented by Pagoda, but the egg rolls in.
Let me take a look. Hold on. What was that feud? I did not know that Kathy actually had a
of Wonder Woman. Feud with Warner Brothers.
Wait, hold on. Warner was shocked to find out the movie would stream on HBO. Wait a second. Okay, first and foremost, I don't know where that article came from, because wasn't she one of the ones that was actually paid out? I specifically remember reading in Variety or The Hollywood Reporter that she was her and Gal, one of the biggest things to make sure that they could sign off on Wonder Woman 84 being put out was the fact that Gal and Patty got paid both like equally, like 10 million just up, like in cash, 10 million to be like, all right, so this is how it's gonna go, like that. And then she was like championing the fact that it's gonna be day and date, like same day and date. So I don't know about this one here. What's the next one?
The director.
I thought it was gonna be Grace Randolph, honestly, because I will never forget that beef that she had with Grace Randolph and went psycho on her ass. Was like just showed really how foolish Grace really is.
Birds of Prey.
What is this? Interfered with Birds of Prey director's vision.
With Warner Brothers.
I vaguely remember this. See, this is the one where, but see, I think some of these are were the clickbait titles or whatever. Like,
the director.
The Ayer one, definitely. Everybody knows how.
Of Suicide Squad. Feud with Warner Brothers.
No to the Ayer cut.
The director of Aquaman.
All right, and then of course, Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder says Warner Brothers tortured me over his Justice League cut. So, man, like, I'm gonna make a separate article about this, a separate video about this, because a lot of you guys have been asking me about the fact that since Discovery is now merging here with AT&T, there's a big chance that Disney could possibly buy Warner Brothers and acquire in turn DC Comics, right? And you know, I'll get into that detail on a separate video as to why it's very viable that can happen. But the question is, as what some of us are kind of talking about, like right before I started this video, we were just talking about how, well, maybe that's a good thing. Like, they could, it seems to me, when I even proposed this idea, most people, like, I'm not for it, but most people are, it seems to be, most people are like, well, they could at least run it better than the way Warner Brothers is being currently run. And it's interesting watching this video, and I know that Honest Trailers is supposed to be just kind of like making jokes or whatever, but it kind of depressed me, to be honest, to look at this lineup of the DCEU and to see this is how it pans out. This is what's been going on. You know, they had one good thing going on with Christopher Nolan and the Dark Knight trilogy, and then after that, it just went freaking haywire, dude, for many, 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 many reasons. And it's just... yeah, it's a little sad, actually. It's a little sad to see just how, like, out of control it really is. And the biggest issue in hindsight is just seeing, like, that there may not be any real resolution to it, you know? Like, unless you completely clean house, there may not be any sort of resolution. You know, Star Wars is a good example. Star Wars is a good example of, like, you can still have a bad movie. You can have one or two bad movies or something, but it doesn't screw up the entire universe or direction, right? Unfortunately, with the DCEU, it's like they haven't really been able to get ahead of this thing at all. And it seems to be, and this goes back to the whole debate and the story of Black Superman and trying to get Henry Cavill back and all that, is like the universe isn't really strong enough to build the canon stuff right now, to build the main universe. It's just better to, like, keep doing side stories right now. And it seems, unfortunately, one of the other issues at this moment is they might be going the route of Fox, where Fox is just putting out movies before Disney acquired them. They kind of had an idea of something they want to do, but for the most part, they're just kind of biding their time. until things get sold off like that, like New Mutants, right? I'm a little worried that that might be the situation right now. They're just going to keep on making Batman movies until Warner Brothers gets sold off and somebody else comes in. So it's a little scary, but you know, I'm still there. I'm still hoping for the best, man. It's very depressing, but I'm hoping for the best. And you know, obviously, it's not. We don't want to go backwards. We're not restoring anything. But it seems the eventuality of this is just we're gonna have a fresh start with competent people on hands, producers, directors. I honestly think you just need an architect that isn't directing. Actually, the same way where you have the same way you have a editor-in-chief at a comic books watching it, like Dan Dito or Joe Queza or something. They're not the ones actually putting the material out there, but they are the people that are controlling everything and keeping it all organized. That's really what is needed, I think, if you really want to do a proper universe. And so the director should not be in control of the universe. You essentially, again, a Kevin Feige, basically. Somebody that's like keeping it, but you know, you might lose like the director's sort of like own take on it, but at least you're going to get more of a coherent universe. So, oh boy. So Red Nation, stand up, speak up. Let me know what you guys think. When looking at this, when seeing all of this, what do you guys think? Is it just better? Is it better just to restart the DCEU? Should Flashpoint really be that thing? I honest to God feel like that's what is needed. I hope that that's exactly what they're planning, is that after Flashpoint or the Flash movie that comes out, Warner Brothers is going to make a proper announcement of showcasing people that can actually run the company or run the universe correctly and take it from there. People that we can all trust, right? And just move on, right? Away from the Snyderverse, away from any sort of feeling of like resentment and hate, and, you know, essentially be like, all right, okay, these people, you know what? This is in good hands, or blah, 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 right? And not be reactionary of like, okay, hey, that Flash movie was pretty good. You know what? Let's keep doing more of that. Like that. Let's do more multiverse stuff. This is kind of working, so we're going to keep on producing this more and more and more and more Batman and more Batman, right? So, I don't know, y'all.